Alright. Next piece. The figures are similar. Find the missing values. So the way I do it, you may have been shown a different way. I've got 4 to 10 is my units. So 10 to 4 is the units. I'm going to reduce that to 5 over 2. I want units squared. Oh, no, got perimeters. I want my units for perimeter. So it's just regular units. So 5 to 2 is going to be the same as 90 to x. Missing this one. So this one will be first. I got from 5 to 90 by multiplying by 18. So 18 times 2, x is going to be 36. So perimeter of the small one is going to be 36. You could also do that by cross multiplying. 180 equals 5x, x equals 36. However you want to do that one. Area, same way. I've got my unit ratio is 5 to 2. For area, I want units squared, so I've got to square both of these. That gives me 25 to 4. And so then I can set up my area. Area of the small one is 80. So area of the big one, I multiplied by 20. So I will multiply by 20 to get my x, and that'll be 500. And that's units squared. That's how I do. You can cross multiply and get it that way. 4x is equal to some unreasonable number, probably 2,000. Yeah, 2,000. And do it that way. Lots of other ways to do that. That's just the way I like. We have a circle that has a circumference of 41. Find its diameter. Pi d is circumference. So we divide by pi. I'm going to round to 2 decimal. Well, I want to round to 2 decimal places. This would be the actual answer. It's a bit strange. Rounding to 2 decimal places, I get 13.05 for my diameter. Find the area and circumference. Round enters to the nearest hundredth, so 2 decimal places. Area is going to be pi r squared. So pi 2.1 squared. Here we go. Now I'm using pi, the huge value, so you may get 1 decimal off if you're using 3.14. That's going to be meters squared. Circumference is simply pi d, so pi times diameter would be 4.2. So pi times 4.2, and we've got 13.19 meters. Throw meters on there. Don't want to forget about my units. Units are important. They are giving you points. Points for this next step. Alright? Sliding it up. Next page. Alright, find the length of AB. This one's very easy. It's just a ratio. So AB is a section of my circumference. So I have a piece of my angle. 60 is the piece of the angle. 360 is the total angle for a circle. And I want a piece of my circumference. Pi d, or 12 times pi, is going to be all of my circumference. You can do it one of two ways. You can either take and leave it as pi. In this case, we're going to have 60 times 12. It's going to be 720. My bad. 720 pi is equal to 360x. Divide the 360 off, and you'll get 2 pi is equal to x. You can also reduce this to 1 over 6 to make your answer a lot cleaner. Or you can throw in a decimal. I'm going to leave it in terms of pi because I like it. I like it better that way. Same thing for this one. Length of AB. I've got 150 is the piece of my angle. 360 is my total angle. And then x is the part of the circumference I want. It's like the piece of the circumference. Pi d. So pi times 36, twice 18, is going to be that much. This one, I'm going to reduce it just a touch to make my numbers a little bit easier to handle. Then I can pull a 3 out. Pull a 3 out, you'll get a 12. So 5 times 36 is 180 pi equals 12x. Divide the 12x off, and you'll get x is equal to, is that 15? Let's take it. Divided by 12 is 15. All right, so we'll get 15 pi for this section right here. If you carry it out, there's going to be centimeters in there. To a decimal, you'll get, what would you get? 15 pi is like this, and this is really teacher preference. So make sure you ask your teacher how they want those numbers, if they want it in pi, if they want it as a decimal. Either way is fine for me, but you want to make sure that you get your teacher and to tell you. Alright? Now sometimes it'll say exact number. 15 pi is the exact value. So if you're ever asked for an exact value, leave it in pi. The approximate value, remember, is rounded. So when you're rounding to the nearest hundredth, that's an approximate answer. No matter how small that decimal is, it's been rounded, it's approximate. Area sectors, they set up the same way. We have a 90, so 90 over 360, part to whole, is equal to the part of the area we want versus the whole area that we want, pi r squared. I'm going to reduce this 1 to 4, multiply across, so I've got 4x is equal to 36 pi, divide by 4, and I'm going to get 9 pi centimeters squared. The same thing is going to happen over here. I've got 60 to 360 is equal to x versus 100 pi, pi r squared for that area. I'm going to reduce this 1 over 6, multiply across, and I will get 6x is equal to 100 pi over, divide the 6 off is the next step. And then I will get my area is, that's going to reduce to 50 over 3 pi inches squared for area. Alright? Onward. Find the area of a quadrilateral with equilateral triangle rather with side 4. So I've got a 4, I've got a 4, drop this bad boy down. That's going to be a 2 and a 2. Once I drop that right angle. So need to find the height. This is a 30, 60, 90. So remember it's 1, 2, square root of 3. So I multiplied the 1 by 2 to get this. I'm going to multiply the square root of 3 by 2 to get the 1 in the middle. So my height is 2 square roots of 3 in here. And the area of a triangle, base times height over 2. So base is 4. Height is 2 square roots of 3. I'm going to divide it by 2. These 2's will just cancel, and my area will be 4 square roots of 3 units squared. It doesn't give me a unit, so I'm just going to slap that U right on in there. Area of a pentagon with a side length of 10 feet. Alright. Lots of fun here. We're going to pull this triangle out. It's a regular pentagon, so I know that all the interior angles rather are the same. I've got 5 minus 2 times 180. That'll give me my total interior angles. I divide that by 5. That'll give me that much. So I've got 3 times 180 divided by 5. So 108 degrees per big one right here. I'm going to divide that in half to get my small one. That makes this 54. So I know this is 10, which makes this little length 5. I need to find the apothem to do my area. So I'm going to use tangent. Tangent of 54 is equal to x over 5. X will be my apothem. Punching that out, 5 times the tangent. Let me make sure my mode is in degrees. It is. 5 times the tangent of 54 will give me 6.88. And then I've got 1/2 apothem times perimeter is going to equal my area. So I have 1/2 apothem I found to be 6.88. I've got 5 sides that are 10 units long, so times 50. So we'll take that, we'll multiply it by 25, and we will get area is equal to 172.05 feet squared. We're going to cut the video here, finish it off in the next one.